And like I said, with the Port 15, I like the fact that you can start and stop. So, you know, I clean this up and I'll paint over this again, but I had to degrease all in here, so I got all of this degreased. But now I just want to come in and see, you see it's running over the back side. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to come in here now with my little 3-inch DA, and I'm going to just slightly sand the surface rust down and then treat it real quick. So I'm going to come in and get this finished up, move this stuff off the frame here. Alright. See, and even right there, I got to clean the rust divots up first, because I started sanding here and right away it's hitting the rust divots. That ain't going to do nothing but tear up my sandpaper. Alright, so guys, if you see right in here along these edges, anywhere along the edges where the Port 15 is, all I got to do is sand that a little bit and just make sure the Port 15 is going to stick on that little edge. Now, Port 15 have changed their rules. I'll talk about that at the end. Alright, so I'm going to come in here now with the degreaser, and I just want to degrease all of this down. Now it is warm enough to hook the water hose up today. We way up below, above that zero below that we've been getting, but I can rinse this down just as good the way I've been doing it. Actually be a little less water this way. And you know, people might think you have to like truly water this, you know, rinse this down all hardcore. But a little warm water and some gallon jugs is gonna do just fine, guys. Alright, so first off, I'm going to try to get all up in these corners to get all of that washed out up in there. And let's see, I just got a few gallons of water that I use here. Start on one side and rinse it down. Come all the way down, guys. Come all the way down. Let this all down. That's good enough. Then I'll come in with compressed air and I'll spray this all down, just dry it down. That way I don't have to wait for it to dry as long, guys. And I can come in with the acid treatment and get this all acid treated up. so I got my mask on, got my concrete and metal prop. I just want to come in here and spray this all down. Alright. I'll let this dry about maybe 3-4 minutes. I just need to get an etch on here. Like the bare metal, this is already etched, but I want this to cure a little bit. But really all I need to etch in is where you see the bare metal. This area, that part 15 is going to stick to those rusted areas, guys. It's just these areas that really need to be etched where you sand all the way through it. So I know what they say, but I've been using this part 15 for a lot of years, guys. And I know how it works. So let this dry for about 3-4 minutes. Now you never want to let any of this area dry all the way up. If it dry all the way up, guys, then you need to spray it down again. If this was to dry up, like if my heat was blowing right now and it dried this up, I would need to spray this down before I wash it down. Alright, let me wait and let this sit for a minute. Alright, so the same thing here. I just want to start off by getting up in here, rinsing all of this down. I said, it is warm enough for me to have the water hose out, guys, but I'm in and out the house waiting on this stuff to dry anyway. So it's not that much for me to just grab a few gallons of water and get this done. Alright, one more gallon, and I will be done. Alright. Now, as always, I'll spray this down, let it drip dry, and then I come back in and start pour 15 in this here, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna come in here, I got my mask on, and I'm gonna start getting on with this pour 15 now. So, alright guys, hey, I got this frame, so guys, I got this frame all port 15 up here, guys, so it's looking really, really nice. Went over with the gray. I thought I had already brought some direct acrylic gloss to go over the top of this. The color red I'm going with the car. It's a red pearl. And I guess apparently I'm looking. I do not see the paint, so I must look like I brought base coat. Maybe that's what I did, but I thought I had told them to mix me up some direct acrylic gloss. So I will have this Sunday, so I'm gonna have to call them and have them to mix me up the color that I need. I still gotta finish up in there, so I'll finish that up tonight, right at the end of the night, pour 15 right before I go in the house, where I ain't gotta smell it all day Sunday. Here I already did some earlier, but I had to stay out of here for about, I don't know, 3 hours. So now I'm back in here. It's not, the smell ain't that bad, so I get started again on it, guys. But next up, guys, I'm gonna be painting this frame, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna paint the bottom side of this first and the sides through here. Then I'm gonna flip it over, and then I'm gonna paint the top. Sorry guys, hey, I'm gonna start now. I'll get ready to paint this frame red. So I got it all 415 out here. Now I got the self-etching primer made by 415. So I've done it. I haven't posted the videos yet that I tested to see how this works on this with the direct acrylic that I use. I like it. It's doable. And then also I tested it with just a cheap brand, AutoZone black paint. Put pieces of tape on both sides. You can paint over the Pro 15 using this etching primer. Now, I haven't tried with other etching primers. I'm sticking with this because Pro 15 and the direct acrylic paint costs way too much for it to be peeling off. So I might experiment at some time with a different etching primer, with some cheaper paint or some parts that I'm doing, but not with the direct acrylic. I paid, can't even tell you, don't even want to say, but a gallon of paint for this direct acrylic, it was up there. So, alright, so I'm going to come in now, got this shook up, I'm going to come in and start spraying this down, guys. Alright, got my mask on, got my fan going. Lay a real thick coat on. That's not what etching primer is for. It's just like a light dusting coat, guys. I'm not like laying this on here really, really thick. never cut off the recorder. Hey, so now I got this all coated. Like I said, I didn't put a thick coat on. It sounds like you could put this on thicker and sand it if you want. And something else about the Part 15, guys. I'm not an expert at Part 15, but I've been using this stuff a very long time, guys, like I said. So, like when I first started using Part 15, that was back when I had my 72 deuce. That's been years ago. Mr. Pryor, that was the name. That was the name of my 72 was Mr. Pryor. So, because you know that thing was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know that album that he made. But anyway, when I first started using the Part 15, the instructions was you could use it and recoat up to a year. And they changed that now. It don't sound like they say that as much these days, but guys, I painted these car this winter. Wheel wells, the frame. I told them in the summer, you're still going to smell that Part 15 because it's going to be curing. So if this Part 15 was old, I would have to probably scuff it some, 180, 220 or something, probably 220. Scuff it, then put this etching primer on there and paint it, guys. But this Part 15 only been here a week, so it's still curing real good. So I can go directly over the top of this with the etching primer, then paint, guys. So I just want to bring you around, just show you this baby. You know, I guess you can start painting it within a half hour. But she's looking good, guys. So like I said, I'm gonna paint the whole bottom. I'm not worried about painting the whole top, just up in the front where the engine bay is. So I'm gonna come in here now and trying to wait. Nah, see, it didn't even get on there. So I gotta come in and spray just a little bit more in that area and get us time, a little bit of time to dry, and then I come in and get this baby painted up. I'll come and show you how it look once I'm done. All right, all things good, guys. Like, share, subscribe.